Hello, kids. Well, I think it's Wednesday. Wednesday. For you guys in the cafeteria, it's confusing to me because I'm recording this on Saturday night, just a couple hours before Easter morning. So I feel like I'm in a time travel thing because I'm talking to you on Wednesday, but it's really prior to Easter. So by the time you see this, we've talked about hoping you had a good vacation, a good Easter, and all that, even though it hasn't happened yet as I do this. So here we go. Share the screen, and here's what we got. All right, so please watch the video. Well, you're doing that right now. After the video, please do the Delta Math assignment called Radical Equations. So if you go to Delta Math, there's a new assignment called Radical Equations. There's 8 problems to do. I'm going to teach you how to do those. So those will be done to be done in CAF now. Well, not now, but today. And then for your homework, you're going to do a worksheet called Radical Equations. It's on the GC. It looks like this. No, it doesn't. It looks like this. You're going to do 1 through 15 odd, I think. Yeah. So I hope you understand what we're talking about. You watch the video. I'm going to teach you a new topic on radical equations. It will not be on your test, but we need to move ahead with this next topic. After the video, right there in the CAF, because this video is only going to be like 12 minutes, do the Delta Math assignment, 8 problems, and then for homework, this worksheet 1 through 15 odd, ODD. Okay, so what is this all about? Solving radical equations. Well, what we've done with radicals, let me go to this now. Radicals, square roots, we simplified them, with the sock drawer. We've added them. We've multiplied them. We've distributed them. We have foiled them or double distributed them. We've divided them. Wow, so we've done all that, but all of those are operations: simplifying, adding, subtracting, multiplying, distributing, dividing. Those are all operations where we just get an answer like 3 root 2 was our answer. Now we're going to solve equations. We're going to put equations in here. In our answer column is going to be x equals a number. So now we have an equation. Our answer is we're solving for x. Solve for x, our answer is x equals. Okay, so here we have a typical square root equation. Could you guess what the answer is for x? The square root of what number is 6? Well, the answer is 36. Because the square root of 36 is 6. Well, that's not too bad. So square root of x equals 10. Raise your hand if you got it. Hey, very good. You said x equals 100. Because the square root of 100 is 10. I get it. How about square root of x equals 13? Well, I don't know. That's a tough one. But you know what? It's 169 because the square root of 169 is 13. So how did you get that? How did you know? Here's the technique you're going to do for this one, and as they get more difficult. The way you solve radical equations is you square each side. Now, squaring 13 means 13 times 13, which is exactly 169. And then the square root of x squared is x. Here's the deal. When you take something, put it under a radical, and then square it, you get that something that's inside. We've talked about this before. If you take square root of 17 and square it, you know what you get? 17. So again, if you take a number, 33, take its square root and then square it, the square root and the squaring, they undo each other and you get 33. So simply the way you're going to solve equations like square root of x equals 41 is you square each side. Square this, square this. This always comes out x. The square root and the square undo each other, x, and then you got to do whatever 41 times 41 is. You can use your calculator, but not your phone. I get that right? 1681? I think so. All right, so how about one like this? Before you square each side, you got to get the square root by itself. So you're going to divide by 3. Before you square each side, get the square root by itself. The 3's cancel. Square root of x equals 4. Now you square each side, and x equals 16. All right, so you try this one. Go ahead. Well, you divide it by 5. Got the square root of x by itself. This is 4. Now you square each side. X equals 16. That makes sense. This is why 16 makes sense. Look. Square root of 16 is 4. 4 times 5 makes 20. What if we have one like this? Well, to get the square root by itself, we got to add 3. Oh, I didn't share the screen. Oh, I did share the screen. Oh boy, I almost thought I went this far and didn't share the screen. But we did. Oh, I got out of the present moment because I panicked there. This is 11. We get the square root by itself, square each side, x, 11 times 11 is 121. If you care to check that, put in 121 there. Square root of 121 is 11, minus 3, makes 8. Okay, what if we have one like this? Well, to get square root by itself, it's no different than if you had a problem like this and you were solving for a. What would you do? You subtract 2 and then divide by 4. Same thing, subtract 2. Divide by 4. Now you get the square root by itself. Square each side. X equals 4. Good. How about one like this? Okay, now we just don't have x on the square root. We got 3x minus 1. But you know what? It's easy. Still going to square each side. Because we've got the square root by itself, right? Even though there's a lot of stuff under there, the square root is all by itself. There's nothing in front here. And there's nothing being added on there. The square root stands alone. So square each side. 25 on the right. And now we started with 3x minus 1. We square rooted it. We squared it. The square root and the square root undo each other. So we get this. And now that's easy to solve. Add 1. 3x equals 26. Divide by 3. Answer 26 over 3. Okay, well, what is that? I don't know what that means. Get out of there. Go away. I don't want to press that. I just want this to go away. Help me. There we go. It's gone. All right. So let's look at the worksheet. Here we go. All right. So number 1, you're all set. This x is square root by itself, square each side. Number 3, the square root's by itself, so just square each side. V minus 4, square it, back to v minus 4, 3 squared is 9, and solve. So that's good. Number 5's ready to go. Number 7's ready to go. Uh-oh, where's the rest of it? Where's the rest of it? Number 9, you got to do a little work to get the square root by itself. What if you had negative 8 plus p equals negative 3? How would you get p by itself? You'd add 8 to each side. So that's what you do here. Number 11 is ready to go. Whoops, we got more here. Number 11 is ready to go. Number 13. Okay, number 13, you got a little work to do. What if you had 10 plus w equals 13? So instead of this square root, let's say it was a w. How would you solve that? Well, I'd subtract 10 from each side to get w by itself. W equals 3. So subtract 10 from each side and get the square root by itself. And then you square each side. Same thing in number 15. So there you go. So before we wrap it up, Why don't we try a couple of these evens? Could you do number, I should have signed some of those over there. All right. Hang in there. Could you do number, where is it? Do numbers 4 and 5. Go ahead. So number 4, the square root's by itself, just square each side. 36 equals v minus 2, add 2, v equals 38. Number 5, same idea, isn't it? Square each side, you get 25, x plus 3, x equals 22. Nice. Couple more. Oh, there it is. How about how about one like number 10? Well, how do we get rid of this 10 here? You divide by 10. It's like a coefficient. So you get square root of 9x equals 6, and then square each side and go from there. Okay, so last one. Please do number 14. Oh, that widget thing came up again. So we got to get the square root by itself, which means we got to get rid of this -6. Divide by -6. Negative divided by negative is positive. And now we get this. And what do you do, kids? Get the square root by itself. So you square each side. 4 equals b plus 4. Subtract 4 and b equals 0. Perfectly good answer. Perfectly good answer. All right, so back to the instructions. 1 through 15, I think you're good to do. What happened here? 1 through 15, I think you're good to do for homework. But now let's go back to delta math, radical equation. Should be easy enough to do. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick here. Don't go away. I'll stop the share. Hey, here I am. Let me see if I can find delta math for you. And when I do, I'll share the screen again. Google delta math, there it is. Okay. I'm logging in. And I got it. And let me share the screen. Wait a minute. Share screen. What am I doing here? Share screen. Delta math. Okay. Remember, my delta math page looks different than yours, but I can still go to the assignment. And the one you're looking for is radical equations. Radical equations. So can I look at that? Nope. I want to get some of the skills up here. What am I doing? There we go. Okay. So there's a typical problem. Hey, it looks just like what you just did, doesn't it? It looks exactly like what you just did. So I would subtract 7 from each side. Over here, all right. This equals 6. Get the square root by itself, so square each side. 6 squared, of course, is 36. And you get 8x plus 28. Well, how'd you do that? Didn't I have to multiply 8 and 28? No. You got 8x plus 28. You square rooted it. You squared it. You get what's inside. Subtract 28. 8x equals 8. Divide by 8. I'm going with x equals 1. Let's put it in. Oh, I can't do it that way. Let's see. I have to use the mouse here. No, I know. Here we go. Mouse. Boom. 1. Submit. Submit. They like it. Good. And they even explain how it's done. Isn't that nice? All right. So that's how you do those. New problem. Same thing, kids. They're all very much the same. All right. So I think you're good to go. All right. So that's it for me. I'll see you not tomorrow because we dropped. I'll see you the day after. Great. Thanks, kids. Bye-bye.